First things first, it is Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. There's so much to be grateful for. But, moving on. Last night up until this morning, I was thinking about the community. What community? The LGBTQYAAS, that community. Because I do enjoy challenging beliefs and ideations. And there's a lot in the community that I don't understand, and I think that that's the majority of people, is that we just don't understand what's going on. Can I challenge beliefs and ideations on this one? No, I don't think I can, because I don't really know what the foundation belief and ideations are. I know the statement is kind of, I love who I love, and it seems like we shout love and tolerance while simultaneously being intolerant. And I'm going to explain this. So, having gone down that path, I spent a lot of time around these people. And when I spent time with these people, I got to know them on a personal level. So I didn't see this until I started to look outside of my circle. And, when I went to Pride events and stuff, it was a good time. We would just dance and hang out, just talk. But when I started looking around me and seeing what was happening, guys, it did make me uncomfortable. The things I was seeing. So what am I going to challenge? Today I'm going to challenge your actions. For a while, I was part of the community. I would proudly say, yes, I am part of the LGBT community. Over time, though, I started stepping back like, no, I'm not going to associate myself with this. Because a lot of people who are part of this community, if you ask them, what is this? Why is this happening? A lot of them can't say why they're doing what they're doing. And it's because they don't know the history of what's going on. And if you don't know your history, you're never going to know where you're going. So it's become a gaggle. The more we wanted people to understand who we are, the more confused we started making people. The more we wanted people to tolerate us, the more intolerant we became. The more we wanted people to stop hurting us, the more we started hurting others. Okay? So, first, a little history for the community. If you're unaware, I know there's a lot of people who are aware, but there's a lot who's not, because I do feel like it's kind of become a fad. I'm different, so I'm going to be a part of this community. Okay? When the fight first began, it happened with Stonewall. There was people who went to a club and it got raided, and these people got abused for doing nothing wrong except for being who they were. That's when the fight began. The movement began, which was necessary. You shouldn't hurt people because of who they are. And I think that was in the 70s. I can't remember the dates exactly, but after that happened, the smear campaign started. The ads making people fear the community. So then the rights movement began. And at first, I was totally in the movement because it felt like we were fighting to be equals. We're the minority, but we're equal. Over the past 7 years, maybe, it kind of seems like we want to be above. We're not equal. Respect me. I don't like that. So I stepped out of that very fast. When I first joined the military, DADT had not gotten repealed yet. So I was in there during that transition. And when I first got in, we had a meeting about who was protected if something happens. So if somebody were to hurt you because of your race, your gender, it was protected. And I had the audacity to ask, what about your orientation, your sexual orientation? And they didn't really know how to respond because they had to tell me, no, you're not protected, but you shouldn't be asking that. So that was interesting. I could have got kicked out in that moment, but I never said, I am this. I just said, are they protected? So they said, you shouldn't ask that. All right, so that bothered me. So when the movement kept going to get DADT repealed, I was down for that. I went for that. And then the marriage equality went down. I was cool with that too, because not because I really care about the foundation of marriage. I think it's important. Commitment is important. But because of the structure it provides in a relationship. So I was down for that movement. And then it seemed like we became equal. We got everything we wanted. But then we wanted more. Always more. And if you disagree with me, I'm more than willing to talk about it. But this is what I'm seeing. Bringing the kids into this is making me extremely uncomfortable, guys. Extremely uncomfortable. I understand the concept that if we can get kids to accept differences sooner, then things will be different in the future. It doesn't seem like that's what we're doing, though. It doesn't seem like we're trying to get people to accept differences, but rather make them different. Encourage it. The books that they're reading to kids, young kids, why? If you want kids to understand acceptance and tolerance and understanding, there's way better books out there than Timmy Wears High Heels. It makes me uncomfortable teaching children about sexual orientation. They don't need to be thinking about that right now. And you may disagree with me, which is fine, but guys, they need to learn the foundation of who they are, and I don't want sexual orientation to be the foundation of our future. Who I love is a part of me. It is not all of me. Who you love is a part of you. It is not all of you. It seems like we don't really know what we're fighting for anymore, but we just got so used to the fight that we can't stop. The labeling us. You guys know that people are calling you the alphabet community, right? Because there's more letters in the LGBT plus than the alphabet. What is there, 76 genders now? And if you feel like you're the 16th gender on this, cool, but why? It's not making sense to me, guys. Honestly, and I think I'm pretty good at making sense out of stuff that's not sensical, but I can't keep up with this, and I'm not going to pretend I can. And I'm not going to be mad at somebody who just doesn't understand what's going on, because how are we going to expect somebody to understand something that we ourselves barely understand? If we want to be equal, then stop segregating yourselves. They're not segregating us anymore. We are segregating ourselves. When I first went to the Pride events, I felt like it was important because money was being raised to get rights, to show that you're not alone in this. There's others. That's what it was at first. And then over time, it became extremely, okay, maybe it was always sexualized. But seeing stuff that I was seeing at these events with kids there, guys, that made me uncomfortable. So I stopped going. The things that's happening with kids, I don't understand. I sincerely believe that no matter what adults do, if they're consenting, I don't care. I hope that somebody can please explain to me why, sincerely, why are we pushing this on kids? We talk about the nature versus nurture. I hope they study it more. I don't completely understand it, but for me, I wasn't raised to be that way, but I still became that way. I didn't know anybody in my life like that. I had people in my family like that, but I was kept away from them, or, told not to talk about it. Everybody in my family was against it. I couldn't watch Ellen DeGeneres just because of who she was. Like, I wasn't even allowed to see it. Didn't change how I felt. So if a kid sincerely feels like that, I don't feel like we need to push the fact that it's okay, because they're going to be who they are no matter what. When you start going after the kids, you lose the moral high ground. And trying to fine people for not accepting us is odd to me. If somebody believes that it's wrong, I don't care, because I am secure in who I am. So if you tell me you're going to hell, that doesn't affect me, because I know who I am. But when people challenge this group's beliefs, I've seen them literally fight back. Just somebody asking questions, and then the tolerance that is preached is no longer important. The pushing, the spitting, the yelling at. If you're secure in who you are, why are you reacting so dramatic? So aggressive? The bathroom situation, guys. I never thought that going to the bathroom would be a confusing thing. Now when I go to the bathroom, people leave. They're scared to walk in there because they think I'm a man. Does that offend me? No, because I'm secure in who I am and I know who I am. But the fact that they think that that people just think it's okay for men to go into these bathrooms, they're uncomfortable now. One time when I was working somewhere, I went into the bathroom to clean the mirrors, and this woman grabs her child, and the child says, "Mom, why is he in here?" And the mom didn't feel like she could say something to me. Even though they thought I was a man, she didn't think she could confront me. She just said, "It's okay, hon. He's just cleaning." So I just said, "I'm sorry that you felt uncomfortable. I am a woman." That was it. I get called sir like 20 times a week. Do I react? No. Guys, I look like a man to some people. Some people, obviously if you know me, you know that I'm a woman. But to some people, their instant reaction is, thank you, sir. Am I going to be like, it's ma'am, I'm a woman? No, guys, because it's not their fault that they think that. And I'm not going to make people go through my entire background to find out who I am. So it makes me question how strongly you believe what you're saying when people misgender you or question you. How strong do you believe in this, really? And I know that me just saying this is going to make the community come after me. Because what also makes me uncomfortable is that when people transition and then transition back, they get rejected, shunned. How are you going to tell people be who you are, but if you're not who I want you to be, I don't love you anymore? And am I saying this as everybody in the community? No. But this is the one that's being showcased. And part of me does believe that the ones that are being the most dramatic are the ones that are being put on display. Because when I went to a rally, it wasn't even an LGBT rally, it was just an event. But there happened to be a lot of that community there. And I was watching these reporters going around interviewing people. And they would interview the most gaudy, dramatic, flamboyant, out there people. There's probably only 3 of them there, but those are the ones that they kept putting on camera and putting out into the public. That makes me curious, yes. Because just because you say you're a part of the community doesn't mean you agree with everything the community does. And there's one last thing I want to talk about, the LGBTQ plus guys. So, we all know how LGBT got put in, and then they put in Q. Q means queer. Queer means different. Anybody who's different can be in this, because at that point I think they realized that they were segregating themselves, so they put Q in there because everybody on the planet is different, so then you could say you're a part of that community. So literally any letter that came after Q was just, you wanted to be an individual, I guess. Because that's why Q got put in there, so that the letters could stop being added, because everybody falls under a Q. I honestly wish that we took that out altogether. All the letters. All of them. Who are you? What's your orientation? I am who I am. I feel what I feel. Stop labeling me. I don't label me. You don't label me. I don't have to explain to you who I'm attracted to. It's none of your business unless I'm attracted to you. But we're making it everybody's business. And then when they say, wait, what? And then we go, why are you asking me that? Because you put it out there, guys. I have people coming and asking me about the letters all the time, and I'm tired of explaining it. Because, guys, why do we have to label who we're attracted to? Again, am I judging the community? No. I am questioning, because there's a lot that's going on that's making me uncomfortable. If somebody can explain, I'm more than willing to listen. Again, though, when it comes to kids, I don't think I'll ever sway on that. Ever. If somebody under the age of 18 does feel that they are trans, cool. They can wait till they're after 18 if they decide they want to go that path. Because me being who I am, had I grown up during this time with how I am, I would have been pissed off if just because I came off masculine, somebody encouraged me to transition. I would have. And is that far-fetched for me to believe that would have happened? I don't think so, because guys, look at me. I am secure in who I am. Be secure in who you are. You don't have to explain yourself. If you want to be equal, stop segregating yourself. You know, back when they were repealing the ADT and marriage rights, when they were doing that, I kept seeing the gay agenda, and I was like, there's no gay agenda. Now I'm not so sure. Because what's going on with the kids, guys? I'm sorry. Guys, kids don't need to be seeing that. And I'm not saying they don't need to just see different types of sexuality. They don't need to see any sexuality. Sex ed was such a huge debate, like not even 5 years ago, about what age we should start teaching it or if we should teach it at all. And now all of a sudden, we're teaching second graders about people loving people of the same gender. I'm tired of it being sexualized. I'm tired of being sexualized. So yeah, I'm gonna challenge you guys too. Again, happy Thanksgiving. There's so much to be grateful for. If you're not grateful for anything, look at a tree. They're beautiful. I'm grateful for trees. Have a good one. Hope you eat well. Again, not trying to attack anybody. I'm gonna question you though. Why are you doing that? I hope you're happy. I hope you're content. I hope you're living your best life.